What up, everybody? Jonathan Endorn, CPA, licensed in the state of Florida, and this is going to be about multiple choice, how to not memorize the multiple choice, how I went about attacking the multiple choice, what I learned. I was just, I'm just going to throw it out here, no editing, I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it and stuff, and I was just thinking, took 8 exams, passed 4, failed 4, and I didn't really count how many multiple choice, but I would maybe say 3,000 per exam. So I probably did 24,000 multiple choice questions, which is freaking insane. But basically, I think my big problem for when I took the second exam was that I was memorizing the answers. So I'd look, because I would just do the question, that same maybe question the day before, and I'd see the answer, and I'd kind of know it was C, and I'd try, and on like word problems, you can like look at the different ones, but it's kind of different. I found, especially with like a number, when there's a number for the answer and you already know the right number, it's just harder to try to trick yourself and say you don't do that. So I kind of found that when you're doing so many multiple choice questions, that if I didn't see a question for maybe a week, definitely like 2 weeks, then I wouldn't remember the answer because I've been doing so many other ones. So I really say get another test, have 2 test banks to work with, and you go through all the questions. That might take a week or 2 on the one test bank, and then you go over to the next test bank for a week or 2, and then you keep on flip-flopping, and that way you won't mix up. And I am not one to tell you to go spend money on things. That is not me. I'm a cheapskate, and everybody wants money. I own a business now, and everybody's like, "Give me money, give me money, give me money." I'm like, no, but really, I guess it probably costs what, $150, $200 to get your notice to sit, to even sign up for it, and then I guess. I think just a standalone test bank's like $50 about. So my opinion is spend that extra $50 and get that extra test bank. But if you can't do that, and you only got one test bank to work with, I don't know. I'd say try. See, one of my problems was that I was doing all the like I would just do say 100 questions. I think that'd take me like 3 or 4 hours. I would do 100 questions of random, like all the different sections. So I would be getting maybe 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 that I just seen the day before, and I already knew those. So I would suggest, you do the random maybe in the last couple days or last week or something of studying. You do the totally random because that's how it's going to be on the exam. But I would suggest just doing the certain sections. Some of the there's like 20 questions a section, and maybe there's 80 or 90. Like, I don't know, for the FAR, I took that one the most. There's the government. There's like a section of government and non-for-profit accounting. So I would just knock out a section at a time until I got them all right before I move on to the next section. And I find that a little better too, because then you can really maybe look to your mnemonics and get that all in order before you move on to the next section. But yeah, it was a problem just learning the multiple choice. So I'd say that's why I have another thing. Have different test banks, but for different reasons. But for not memorizing the answers. So I'd say get another test bank. That's 50 extra bucks. We're at like 5 minutes. I was just looking at that. I guess what else? I don't know how else to say it. But I think, you know, doing the random with like 1,400 questions is just too scattered. Like, I'd rather you know, concentrate on one section, you know, and then get that, and then move on to the next section, and move on to the next section. Although, you know, the way the test banks work, like how it keeps your right or wrong answers is all different. I think like the last test bank I used, I think it was Wiley for the desktop, because I use a lot of on my phone, because I love popping out like 20 or 25 on my phone whenever. But it was for the desktop, and it had like 1,400 questions, and it would keep the whole list of the 1,400 that I had seen and hadn't seen. So I'd go through them all like 1,400, and then after I went through them, you know, it'd have the ones you got right, the ones you got wrong. So I'd just go to the wrong ones and go all through those, and the wrong ones, go all through those. You know, you know, and it gets harder too, like as you've, you know, say you're retaking an exam, you fail the exam, and you're retaking it in the next section, and, you know, I would say definitely you've already have one test bank, so then this is a time to, you know, spend money on a different test bank, because, you know, you just rip through those 1,400 questions, and now you've got now you take another test the next exam, like in another month, so you're going to do those same questions again. Get a new test bank. Man, this is way long enough. It's Friday night for me right now. I am doing this video. I'm going to get 9 hours of sleep. I'm going to kill it at the gym. I'm trying to lose a pound this week. My road to 240. I'm fucking happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm stoked. And bye.